You ready for my rant?
Yeah, nah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm ready.
Listen, you can only have this conversation with somebody that's a football fan and a basketball fan. Here's my deal, right? NFL has not like progressed like the NBA. The NBA, every year, players come in more skilled.
On the defensive end.
Luka
Tricked him.
found Jordan.
Into Jackson Hayes. This pass that Luka throws right between the legs.
Doncic, the handles, the fake.
If you can't play defense, you're not going to be a good team in the NBA. So that's number one. To look at the NFL, and I don't think that they haven't gotten more skilled. They might have gotten like overall more athletic, but like the talent and the IQ of the game isn't as taught as well as it was even like the early 2000s. There's way more superstars in the NBA.
Right.
Every team has talent. There's skill on every team. Even the bad teams got a Cam Thomas or a Cade Cunningham. Two bad teams playing the NBA. They're still players to watch.
Right.
If you watch the bad football teams, I'm going to fall asleep.
Right.
There's only a couple superstars in the NFL, really. My whole rant was really because if the NFL didn't have fantasy football and it didn't have gambling, it would be even more boring. There's no superstars. The games are 80% of them are trash. Okay, you got Patrick Mahomes, you got Josh Allen. Like there's like on your hand, you can name like 5 superstars. In the NBA, there's like 30,
40.
like there's like 25, 20 superstars that you'd be entertained to watch. They try to say that they don't play defense, which is bullshit because they're not a good team unless you play defense in the NBA. In the NFL, you got bad offensive line play. There's no Ray Lewis out there. Like the defense is barely, the rules have changed so much that the defense is barely even effective anymore. It's hard to have a great defense. Like you know how they call Micah Parsons he's the new Lawrence Taylor, casual fan. They don't watch the game, but they hear the narrative, and that's the first thing that they run and say is teams are too smart now to win in the grade because they're doing things. Like what? The NFL's gotten dumber. The teams are more stupid. Nobody's as smart as Peyton Manning and Tom Brady were in the league right now. The defenses aren't as smart. I watch the NFL every Sunday, man.
Somebody's always hurt on a Sunday. We just lost Chris Olave to another concussion.
Yeah.
This hit right there, and we're not going to show.
In the NFL, as they were back, like in the Ed Reed, Ray Lewis days, and the Warren Sapp days, they're not as good as they were. The NBA actually is more elite. The individual defense, you know how hard it is to like stay your fans out in space?
Now
In space.
it's crazy.
Yeah, in the 80s and the 90s, there was no space. It was easy. You didn't barely have to slide your feet. Now you have to actually move your fucking feet to play defense. It's way harder to play defense. And that's why people are even mad at the NBA now, saying because they think that people are too skilled. They shoot too many threes. So you're mad because people are skilled now. In the NFL, the refs get in the way of the games. There's penalties every other play. The offensive lines are bad. The QB play is bad. The biggest reason why the NBA gets a bad rap is because the NBA media, they don't pump up the league enough. The NBA is about tearing them down. Guess what they do in the NFL? They'll never say football's not fun. Like they don't down and trash their own league. The NBA media needs to stop doing that. This is another thing about the NFL. The NFL has way more injuries.
Yep.
But they'll complain about the NBA and say superstars sit out. Who? What? Kawhi?
Not like Kawhi.
That's like one dude. Once your star player gets hurt, which is bound to happen, their season's over. They're not even fun to watch no more. Would I want to watch Mason Rudolph or like a backup quarterback? I guess me mad because just because you don't like the NBA or you don't like basketball, just keep that shit to yourself and keep pumping up the football.